Wells case continues to expose all of the lies that have been told in his case, such as Brandon Tatum. Yeah, come to the forefront. The boys' attorneys just exposed your ass. Let's talk about it. Three of the young men that are involved in the Nolan Wells case is interviewed by Nancy Grace. And they admitted that Brandon Tatum lied. Their clients never took a polygraph. Their clients never took a stress analysis voice test. So there you have it. Brandon Tatum spews nothing but lies unless he was lied to. That just lets you know how much these boys lie. Not only that, their attorneys go on to say that they have two eyewitnesses that puts Nolan Wells on the island after the boys left. Well, this is what bothers me the most, because now you come up with two eyewitnesses when at first the boys said it was Katie. Where the hell is Katie at? No, now it's too mysterious. They don't want to give their names up. Two mysterious eyewitnesses. This case is full of shit. I feel these attorneys is full of shit. Sick just totally rubbed me the wrong way. That attorney, you could tell he's just totally full of shit. His whole interview is off to me. Something about him is just totally, totally off. Then there was Tyler Cox goes on to say how incredible these young men are. They're just perfect. How do you know that? You just met these young men. And another thing that bothers me the most about these attorneys, they're supposed to be defamation attorneys. But yet, still, somehow, some way, to me, they're giving the defense attorney vibes. They don't give me defamation civil suit. They give me defense criminal. Take a look at this clip.
It was a polygraph test. I believe they took other stressors in order to analyze if the people were telling the truth or not. So then the answer to
did they take a polygraph would be no. That is Officer Tatum from The Officer Tatum on YouTube. Joining us tonight are two very special guests. They are convinced of the friends, and when I say quoties, I don't mean they are or they're not friends, because I don't know. The young men on the Triton boat that took Nolan Wells to Horn Island. Many argue he was on the boat on the return when foul play occurred. Many argue he was not. In fact, the timeline has blown up because there are reports that Nolan Wells was seen on the island after the friend's boat left, which would exonerate them. Is that true? I don't know, and I'm trying to find out. For me, nobody's guilty and everybody's a suspect because we don't know the truth yet, but we will. Joining us tonight, Tyler Cox, the lawyer for several of the young men with the law firm Taylor and Cox, him being the Cox. Also with us, another veteran trial lawyer, Edward Pulsick, attorney for the boys as well. Actually, they're not boys. They're adults in the eyes of the law due to their age. Gentlemen, thank you for being with us tonight. My first question to clear up this matter, have your clients taken polygraphs? First to you, Tyler Cox.
Nancy, my clients have not taken a polygraph test. And I can tell you why. Because any lawyer worth their salt is going to tell their clients not to take a polygraph test under any circumstances. Two of my clients went in and made statements with me we're not going to make or not going to do a polygraph test because, one, as you know, they're not admissible in court. And so it wasn't going to be admissible anyway. You should never, ever, if you're a lawyer, allow your clients to take a polygraph test. Now, we allowed investigators from the jump to have access to their phones, their Life 360, everything. We have cooperated implicitly every step of the way. But no, they didn't take polygraphs tests. But what I'll tell you is one of the other boys, who I won't mention their name, but I'm sure that you've heard, took one. The girl that Nolan was with took a stress analysis voice test, and so did the other boy. So that's the test they took. Both of them passed. And so, again, no lawyer worth of salt is going to tell his clients to take a polygraph test or anything like that.
I would like to corroborate part of what Tyler Cox just said. Any defense attorney, whether they're convinced, truly convinced their client is innocent or guilty, they're not going to allow a poly. I've never seen that. I've had a couple of lawyers, maybe 3, in all the years I practiced, all the people I put behind bars, consent before trial to a poly. 3. And they were all criminal cases that carried severe penalties. So what he's saying is true. Even if you think your client is innocent, very rarely will you see a defense lawyer say, sure, take a poly. However, I disagree with you regarding their admittance into court. Polygraphs are allowed in civil trials. O.J. Simpson, he flunked horribly. And if both sides stipulate to the polygraph's admittance before the polygraph is taken, it can come into a criminal trial. The reality is that never happens. That never happens.
Right. At the time that we first cooperated with police, the first very week, the days after, just 1 to 2 days after the disappearance of Nolan Wells, we're not thinking about a civil suit. We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about how can we provide as much information to authorities so that they can find Nolan Wells. And it was not until after we spoke to officers and investigators that Nolan, unfortunately, his body was found on Horn Island, washed up. And it's unfortunate. And I hate that for Nolan because by all accounts, he was an incredible person. He was just truly remarkable in almost every sense of the word. But I mean, we're not thinking about a civil suit at that point in time. We're trying to help authorities find our friend, who we can't find either.
Edward Polczyk joining us in addition to Tyler Cox, both of them veteran trial lawyers. He is with Taylor Dykema. Edward, how did you get involved in this case?
Well, I'd rather not talk about that. I can just tell you this. I can tell you that it was...
He doesn't have to tell us how he was introduced to these boys. We already know in a previous video. They're all connected politically.
Because when you tell me I'd rather not answer,
Well, I want to
that's
protect
just
the names. I
igniting me to find out how
Well,
you
hold
got
on.
involved in the
Well,
case.
Well, hold on. I can tell you a little bit more. I can tell you this. I can tell you a close friend who knows the Ocean Springs, Mississippi community very, very well, is from the area, connected me to a friend of his. And then I found myself speaking to Tyler here, and Tyler and I instantly became very close friends.
Now, would that be the governor? Ding, 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 ding. Allegedly.
Was he held under the water? Was it an accident? I don't know. But I am very interested in witnesses that place him alive at 6 p.m. Please tell me, Tyler Cox.
So, Nancy, look, we have had multiple witnesses reach out to us, 2 confirmed witnesses that saw Nolan Wells on the island around 6 p.m. on July 4th, well after the Triton, as you said, left around 4:30. And so those witnesses have went to investigators, they've talked to the police, and they've done what they're supposed to do. We've cooperated 100%. So has
Where did they
those
see him,
witnesses.
Tyler Cox?
That's just it. They don't seem to want us to know what happened to Nolan Wells. It's clear as day. Because if you had these clients in that last photo that they're showing, they were going with that narrative. But now someone has come forward and said, no, that is not Nolan Wells on that boat. That was my son. We're from out of town. We don't live there. And we were visiting family. So they had to debunk that picture. See what I'm saying? So now they have these two new mysterious witnesses. But if you had all this information and you knew your clients was innocent, what is the big secret? This is what I don't get. I've never seen this in an investigation before. And I'm sure you haven't either. Nolan Wells cover up is only getting better, and it is exposing exactly what it is supposed to expose. And we know who that is. Drop down in the comments how you feel about Nancy Grace exposing Brandon Tatum's lie as to the boys taking a polygraph test, as well as how you feel about these boys' attorneys and their viewpoint on the Nolan Wells case. As always, like, share, subscribe to the channel so that you are alerted the next time I upload a new video.